Moedotj. Welcome back to my channel. And this is the P-Valley recap for episode 4. Hey man, this show just keeps getting better and better for me. I'm definitely looking forward to the season 2 because this one's turning out good. Way better than I thought it would. But hey, thanks for everybody watching. We hit 2,000 subscribers. Hey, the next goal is 5,000. Hey, let's try to get there. So hey, shout out to the notification gang. And if you're new to my channel, please hit your subscribe button. Turn on your notification bell, get something every time I upload. But I'm not going to hold you up anymore. We're going to jump right on into it. This is episode 4 of P-Valley. Shock value, shock value. I tell you, that's what they do in P-Valley. The opening scene gotta be, saying pull them in, grab their attention, and they be doing it. Mississippi's in here dancing, doing her thing. She talking to some dude in a suit. You looking at him like, man, something don't look right about this guy. And of course, Mercedes being OG peeped it out, went over there and pretty much stopped it. So the whole time he was sitting there, he was talking in Mississippi's ear pretty much like, women taking off their clothes is degrading. You shouldn't be in here, and like you're saying I shouldn't pay you to take your clothes off because like giving a homeless person $1 million, it's not gonna turn out right. And Mercedes like, man, shut all that up. And pretty much you probably ain't got no money. That's why you just in here talking. And he says the same thing like women shouldn't be in here, dancing, taking their clothes off. Mercedes calls him out like, then why are you in here? Why would you even be here? So pretty much, they get into it, and Mercedes is like, pay her. He is like, all right. He threw the money on the floor. That's disrespectful. He wasn't making it rain. He just had a stack and threw it on the floor. Mercedes got up on him, was like, hey, pick it up. But, Diamond came, did his thing, choked the dude out, handed the money to him, made him hand the money to Mississippi. Now, I think they going to get a little bit closer, man. It's getting closer and closer. Diamond just ready to, he got to shoot that shot, man. He taking his time. Mercedes and Mississippi, they talking. Mercedes is pretty much like, man, if he had a problem with you being in here, then he probably shouldn't be in here himself. And then Mississippi says, but what if I have a problem with being in here also? So I think Mercedes is probably looking at this like, hey, I'm not Mercedes, Mississippi, like, I ain't really trying to do this too much longer, man. You already know Mercedes is getting out, so. Hey, now we got Miss Hustler of the Year or probably Scammer of the Year. Lakeisha Savage, a.k.a. Autumn Night, a.k.a. Haley, a.k.a. Bay. But anyway, she got all this money. She's at the house. She's pouring all her liquor in the bathtub. Pretty much she's washing the money, trying to make it look dirty so she can mix it in with her stripper money and take it to the bank to be able to get clear money. That's usually one of the simplest ways to wash the money through a strip club because it's just straight cash. But anyway, she put all this money in the bathtub, liquor it up, hangs it up to dry, puts it in a trash bag, heads to the bank. Get up in the bank, got the lady counting it out. Tell me why Miss Lakeisha Savage is talking to the lady, telling her like, yeah, it's good at the pink, you know what I'm saying? Everybody loves the new girl. And the lady's like, yeah, even my husband. So she's like, yeah. But it turns out that either Autumn has been making a lot of money at the club or she's been scamming a lot. Because she gets a deposit slip of $28,000. Now, I don't know what she going to do with it. I think step one should be upgrading the apartment. But we're going to see what she does with this money, though. I'll tell you that. So we all know Mercedes Sunday is creeping up. You know what I'm saying? It could be this Sunday or next Sunday, but we know it's creeping up. But Mercedes is out, so we know she's at her gym. She's looking at it. She finds the spot that she wants. She's actually looking at it with the realtor. And they like, okay, this is nice. Yeah, this is going to be real nice. So the realtor's like, oh, what are you going to do in here? She's like, I'm going to have a gym. But the realtor thinking she's talking about a workout gym. She's saying, nah, it's for my dancers, my girls. They're going to come in here and we're going to be dancing. So the realtors are pretty much like, I don't know about that. That's going to be a lot of upkeep that you're going to have to do to try to keep the payments because you're going to be doing a subscription plan where girls sign up, they pay a monthly fee, they come out, they can do different dance routines, learn different things, and it's just a subscription like we do pay for anything else. So the realtor is like, all right, that idea sounds good, but what I would do, up the subscription, the monthly price on it. So she's like, all right. Now we're looking for Mercedes' mom. Remember she's supposed to get this money? goes to the bank and withdraws the $20,000, and she got it into a check that she's gonna give to Mercedes. But while she's there, a homeless man, he throws a quarter in her window because he heard her singing. Was like, ooh, with a voice like that, I don't need no crack. And he's asking what church does she go to on Sundays. But by the time she looked back at him, he was gone. He disappeared. So I don't know how that's gonna play, but it looked like it was a sign. You just got a dude that a homeless guy comes and give you money. Like, it's a little sketchy. So Autumn and Gidget, they're one of the first people at the club today, and they just on the stage. Gidget is pretty much showing Autumn like, hey, this is how you work on the pole, because the other night, man, you almost killed yourself with all that being drunk and not know how to do nothing on the pole. Autumn is pretty much like, I don't know how to dance on no pole. Cause if you know, man, she just came in off the street and applied and became a stripper. So I guess she been here, what, a month and a half maybe? Like, she ain't been there long enough to get no time off. But so she don't know how to do anything, and Gidget's pretty much just showing her like what to do. Mississippi ends up coming in. She brings in her child, and Uncle Clifford comes out the back like, "Oh, we got our new trilogy," because he's pretty much saying that they're gonna replace Mercedes with Autumn. And everybody's like, "Nah." At this point, Mississippi and Gidget like, "We got us a little group, Salt and Pepper," but Uncle Clifford takes Autumn into the back and pretty much talking to him like, "Hey man, you need to start talking to Dre because things is like ain't looking too good for us, man. We need to figure out how we're gonna get back." And Haley, she's like, "Nah, I'm not talking to him because he had pictures of me." And Uncle Clifford's like, "Man, those pictures, don't think that you're special. He has pictures of everybody. He had pictures of Uncle Clifford out there. He's just trying to do his job." So pretty much Uncle Clifford's like, "Hey, you got to talk back to Andre, man, or like things ain't gonna be looking too good for us around here. You already know Mo don't Mo don't like us around here because we ain't caught up on taxes." Andre and Uncle Ruffin, the mayor, they're having a little press conference with the actual investors of the casino, and he wants to know what's the status of his land. And Andre's pretty much like, "All right, we have the land over here by the brothers, but we know the casino has to be connected to water, and then there's the pink right there." So Andre, he still has like a little connection with, with Autumn, but he knows her as Haley. But he's like, "Man, it's messed up. I kind of like her." So he's telling the investor, like, "Hey, why don't we just make a reasonable offer, pretty much above market offer to help them out and just buy them out." But in business, the investor was like, "Nah, man, why would we buy them out when they about to go into foreclosure? We'll just get it, for cheap." But Andre's just like, "Well, that's just what I suggest. But other than that, we have two signatures. We just need one more on the land. And once we get the pink, because it can go in foreclosure, we good to go. We got it built." Uncle Ruffin's like, "All right, cool." After they get off the call, he pretty much talks to him like, "Hey, don't be running your mouth, man. How do all these people know about the casino coming? It's because of you, man. Stay out of that strip club, man. Like, you in there. These girls got photos of everything that's going on that's messing up all our money. And we already know Uncle Ruffin's like, hey, it's crooked down here, but if you letting out inside secrets, come on, Andre, we messing up, man. We taking steps backwards, man. We trying to get this casino. You over here stuck in love in the club." So Mama Mercedes, like I said, it had to be a vision of something that happened when she was getting that money. So she's at the church. She's in the pool pit. And she's out there. She just, people, we all need to come together. She giving a nice little sermon. And then she gets everybody crunk. Everybody in there starts catching the ghost. Everybody jumping around. We feeling good. We in there. She cutting up, dude. I'm talking about everybody in there. You know what I'm saying? But Pastor pulls in the back and pretty much like, "Hey, what are you doing up there?" She like, "I thought you invited me to the pulpit." And he told her, "A woman has no place in the pulpit." So, we're going to have to see how this go, man, because she got that cash on her now. I got a funny feeling about this. Miss Mercedes is upstairs, little VIP room. Gentleman, pretty much trying to get her about the club. Talking about he want to take care of her. And Mercedes, she's doing her thing. It's Miss Mercedes. She don't need nobody. So he gets her a chain, diamond Mercedes. She's like, oh, ain't nothing but money allowed in here. He was like, yeah, you get that too. All while downstairs in the locker room, Uncle Clifford comes in. He's pretty much telling the girls it's gonna be slow tonight a little bit because everybody's coming tomorrow for Mercedes' last dance. So today is Saturday night, man. It's, jumping off tomorrow, Mercedes' last day. And Gidget pretty much says, hey, man, so how many dances do we got to do to keep this place from going under? And Uncle Clifford's like, man, we ain't going under. And pretty much everybody was like, man, what's happening? And then Mississippi, they pretty much come out and say, man, I overheard there was going to be a casino coming. And Clifford's like, he downplaying it all like, oh, yeah, ain't nothing going to happen, man. All that's just rumors. In comes Mercedes, Miss Boss Thing, got the chain on. And she like, oh yeah, man, we ain't gonna lose. We ain't gonna lose this place. It's just he's a little bit behind on payments. Gidget in Mississippi get mad at Mercedes, like, hey, you didn't tell us that the club might be closing because Clifford can't keep it open, and you got, you got you a gym to go to. What if this closed down? What are we gonna do? And you didn't give us no heads up. You're supposed to be our girl. But Mercedes pretty much calls him out like, Gidget, I see you spend your money too much in Mississippi. Y'all just not responsible with y'all money like that. I saved and now I got, I got me something to go to. And the other two, they just like, damn, Mercedes. So Haley and Andre, they meet back up. One, because Haley has to do it because Uncle Clifford is going to need some help. And two, you could tell she was still feeling, she was actually feeling them. And Andre was feeling them, but they end up getting to arguing about both of them being wrong. Like, you're wrong for going through my computer. She was like, well, you're wrong for coming out, and pretty much about to destroy people's lives. Don't think you're better than all of us. We're just working. And then he just kind of hits her with a low blow, like, hey, you should stop being a thot and go home and put your kid to sleep. Like, dang, dude. Like, you don't even know her like that to be talking to her like that. And even if you did, that's still too. That's a low blow, bro. Like, come on, man. She doing what she got to do for her kid, but she lost her kid, and she just start hitting them, and they get mad. And it gets kind of weird because then the next morning they wake up in the hotel together, but she's in the bed and he's just sitting there. And she's pretty much like, I gotta get up out of here. And Andre is like, well, I really do appreciate you and I care for you, but I was just doing what I had to do because this is my job. So she ends up leaving, but they didn't sleep together. He sat in a chair, she slept in the bed. So we'll see. He's a real gentleman. You let her. His wife is on the way back up there, about to get him. So they give us a quick little glimpse. So like I said, the scammer of the year, Miss Autumn or Lakeisha Savage or Haley, whatever you want to go by, ma'am. But she putting on different wigs. She's going back to the bank. She's just making all kinds of those $9,000 transactions. And now I'm assuming that they're 9,000 because once it hits 10,000, it's going to get tracked. So yeah, $9,000. Just a little, a little information if you guys wanted to know. But so she's over here just doing multiple scams. She's just getting money, getting money, getting money. So I mean, I don't know how much she done racked up. Mercedes is getting her hustle on too, but Haley getting to that bag. After a long day, Mercedes is driving to the club for this last Mercedes Sunday, Getting there, getting ready, When she gets in there, all the girls, they just sitting around looking at her, They're just all hanging out, talking and stuff. And Mercedes goes over and opens up her locker, and they just got all the pictures of, like, all of them, like, when they're doing individual things, like, outside of work and stuff. Like, hey, man, we're going to miss you. And when she turns around, they open up a box, diamond-studded bra and panties, and oh, my God, Miss Mercedes is in the building. That's what they wanted me to go out there and say, but I was like, dang, that thing, I'm going to have to leave Haley. But she comes in there, she starts, y'all gonna mess up my mascara. So she's like, she's emotional. She's been around all these people for so long. But she ends up sitting down with Mississippi, and Mississippi's like, man, you're so strong, man. Like, you're out of here. You about to have a gym to go to. I'm not strong like that. I'm just pretty. And Mercedes is looking at it like, dang, man, I really want to, I really want to help, make a difference for you. But you're definitely going to figure it out. So Mercedes comes out, and she's doing her thing, man, because this is Mercedes. When she walked through, you got to, all eyes on her. They just bringing people everywhere. Y'all remember Maine, the guy that was working on the truck that Mercedes seen, and he had he had the ankle bracelet on. Well, hey, like he said, he was gonna be in the club. He's gonna be in the club. So he up there now, and he's talking to Mercedes like, I told you I was gonna be out here. You know what I'm saying? Remember the fat boy that put the monitor on? Yeah, he's at the house putting it to bed right now. So Mercedes and him, they pretty much like, hey, new beginnings. Since this is her last day in the industry, and she about to get about. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Let's make something happen. But of course, Lil Murda comes in there and he trying to holler at Mercedes. So he steps over and everybody steps up. Like, what are you doing, bro? You stepped in my VIP. We all know you don't do that. No matter who you know, man, you got to, hey, is it cool if I come through? Or, hey, I got to get through there. You ain't just stepping up in someone VIP, man. But they get into it and Lil Murda's pretty much like, hey, man, look, Mercedes, I just want to, you know what I'm saying, wish you good luck tonight. You know what I'm saying? I wish you the best of luck when you get out of here. But the old dude, man, was pretty much like, hey, man, you young dude, y'all disrespectful, man. Like, this ain't how it's supposed to be, man. They getting closer and closer to fighting, and we know it's gonna happen. Otto and Mercedes, they gonna be throwing hands in one. Hey, next week or the week after, they gonna be throwing some hands, man, because these two, they just, oh, they antagonize each other. So Mercedes gets a call. You know what I'm saying? Her mom, hey, she got that money. The mom like, you want me to come to the club? Mercedes like, nah, don't come to the club. Meet me by the Kroger. And while she's in there rushing to get changed, Autumn is like, you know, your locker gonna be looking for a new owner once you leave. And then that's when Mercedes loses it. Like, you know what? I got this locker because I earned it. You'll never earn it. And pretty much they just going back and forth. And Autumn is like, well, listen, you can do all that talking, but don't be trying to crawl back up in here and think you can be on top. If you fall off and you try to come back to stripping, which most strippers do, don't think you're going to be the top dog here because I'm going to be the head B in charge. Hey, I'm just trying to step it up, you know. It's Mercedes Sundays. Mercedes leaves the strip club. Now, everybody in the crowd, they booing and stuff because Uncle Cliff went out there and told her, hey, Mercedes ain't going to be dancing tonight. So Cliff went into the locker room and said, hey, I need someone that can go on. Shoot, Mississippi is like, I do it. So Mississippi up there, hey, going crazy. Hey, the people that commented and told me Mississippi is the nicest, hey, she be in that thing working for real, for real. I agree with you guys now. I see what you were saying. But she doing her thing. The whole time that this is going on, Lil Murda, you know, he all hype and stuff. He ends up getting into it with his boy and get kicked out the club. While while Mississippi is doing her thing, DJ Never Scared, he ends up playing Lil Murda's song. Remember, he was like, hey man, do this, do this. He been helping him. Hey, Lil Murda outside crying, talking about that's my song. That's like, man, come on, Lil, you supposed to be gangster, bro. You out here crying and stuff. Uncle Cliff comes out and he, you know, saying he's talking to Lil Murda, and Lil Murda's like, I wrote that song for you. Uncle Cliff was like, nah, you didn't. But long story short, with them, they ended up going to the room and they were, you know what I'm saying, they doing their thing. Y'all can watch the episode for that. I just say they were doing their thing. Wow, the whole time not Mercedes, y'all got me throwed off. Mississippi was doing her thing, dancing, coming down the pole, man, just, hey, being amazing, you know what I'm saying? Turns out Mercedes meets up with her mom, but her mom isn't there. So she goes to the building that she's buying the gym and she's telling the lady, hey, my mom's going to be on the way to deposit, you know what I'm saying, with my deposit, like you asked, before midnight. But then she's like, oh, it's too late. Someone already deposited some money for it. Mercedes is like, who? Her mom comes out. Oh, man. So the realtor's like, that's your mom? Well, she just deposited the money. I'm going to leave this to you two. Mercedes loses it. She starts whooping on her mom. And the mom's trying to be like, man, God talked to me today and was telling me, hey, I need to do this. I need to start my own church. She took the $20,000 and started a church. All of Mercedes' money that she saved. Oh, boy. So you know Mercedes put the paws on her. They both end up getting arrested. But this is like we all been saying. This is going to lead Mercedes got to come back to the strip club. She's going to have to keep working because we all knew the mom was going to do something messed up with it. And Autumn just said that too. Like, hey, after tonight, someone's going to take your locker. I think tonight is the night that Mississippi became the HBIC. Since Mercedes left, hey, this whole time has been building up for Mississippi. That's what I think. Hey, there we go. That's episode 4 of P-Valley. Hey, the question I have for you this week, do you guys think that Mississippi is the next one up? Since Mercedes is leaving, Mississippi just became the top stripper in this thing. She about to run things a little bit differently. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Hey, but I'm Moedotj. Thanks for watching, man. And like I say, if you're new to my channel and you like my content, please subscribe. All subscribers are deeply appreciated. I'm on the road to 5,000 subscribers now. Thanks for the 2,000. Hey, and I'll be here next week for episode 5 of P-Valley. Hey, thanks.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.